Hello everybody, it is Alex the Hunted here, and as you can see from the title, yep, I thought just the day before the show airs, I might as well get my last word in before I actually see the damn show. Yes, it is my third, this isn't really going to be more of a rant though, this is going to be more of a, kind of an answering to a lot of people. I've actually seen a lot of people give me reasons why the new show could possibly be good. And I'm not going to be like ranting saying, no, you are wrong, you are completely wrong in every single way, and all that. And if you're one of the people defending the show, all the power to you. I'm not going to say my opinion is right and you should all follow my opinion. I am just voicing what my opinion is. I'm not trying to change anyone's opinion. I just think you guys should. I think I just wanted to share my opinion towards the general, well, basically the whole world, and tell them what I think. Okay, so as we all know by now, Teen Titans Go is going to be premiering tomorrow. And actually, at first, when we first heard about Teen Titans coming back, we were all like hugely hyped up. We were like, yes, finally Cartoon Network are doing something right. Maybe we can actually have two great superhero team shows on the air at the same time. Then we saw the animation. Then we saw what the animation was going to be, and me included, was still like, well, the animation changed. Maybe that'll be okay, but as long as it keeps the same style and the same themes and same stories, it'll be harder to take seriously with that kind of animation, but it could still be good. Then I saw the interview you all know I did a rant about, where Thingy said, I forget the guy, but the showrunners basically said that they've never seen a single episode of the old show, and that they don't actually, to this day, I think they have still never watched a single episode of the old show. And to which I immediately lost all anticipation for the show and immediately just started to hate it. But I will get, and this is a big but. I will happily say when the show airs tomorrow, if the show is good and is legitimately funny and well written, I'm not going to say it's going to be well animated because it's not. But if it is well written and the jokes are pretty good, then I will say this show is good and I was wrong. But you can kind of forgive me for being a little bit, having a lot of, well, not very good expectations at the moment. And now on to answering some of the main things that people are saying, oh, this show will be good because of this, and this. Well, okay, the first one is the show will has the original voice cast of the old series. Well, to be fair, that's a good point. That is a very good point. At least, no matter what the show's going to be, at least it's going to be well voice acted. I mean, you got the original five back: Tara Strong, I can't say your name, sorry, but it's hard to pronounce, and great, and the others. I'm sorry, I'm terrible with names, and if you're watching one of these, I've got to apologise as much as I can, because yeah, very very sorry about not being able to pronounce your name. But anyway, those five are incredible voice actors, and they are some of my favourite ever voice actors that are around to this day. But you can't get yourself deluded by saying just because the voice actors are back, of course it will be good. Loads of actors and voice actors who are terrific voice actors and terrific actors, but they still have appeared in some really bad stuff. And usually, actually, their people's acting is usually the best thing about it. I mean, recent example, that movie 43, that had a huge cast. It had Hugh Jackman again, I'm forgetting the cast, but you know what I mean. It had loads of really well-known stars. It had Stephen Merchant, Uma Thurman, Hugh Jackman, the girl from Kick-Ass is in it, Johnny Knoxville. But what turns out? It turned out to be an ungodly piece of crap, and just actually widely regarded as one of the worst films in recent history. And this is my argument about this. Just because the original voice cast are back doesn't mean it's going to be good. It's going to be well voice acted. It's probably going to be the best thing about it is the voices, because, like I said, if you're actually watching this, you people are some of my favourite ever voice actors, and I would just love to be able to speak to you one day. I doubt it's going to happen now with what I've just said. But honestly, if you people are definitely going to be the best part about this show, because, like I said, you're amazing, incredibly talented people, and at least the show is going to be well acted. Here's the other thing. The show has been off air for a while, so of course they couldn't bring it back exactly the same. Well, again, that argument is I can kind of understand, but again, that's not entirely the case. You can't just quite a lot of shows. Let's see what show. Yes, actually, I just remembered. What show came back in 2005 in Great Britain and now is a huge worldwide success, which was it was kind of a cheesy sci-fi series that began in the 60s and was put on hiatus in the 90s. What did they do? Apart from them changing the writers and the voice and the actors, they didn't change what the show was about. It's everything about it. That show was, of course, Doctor Who. And guess what? It's a huge success. Doctor Who. They didn't change anything about it. They didn't make Doctor Who a sitcom. They didn't make the TARDIS a DeLorean. They didn't turn the Daleks into peace-seeking love aliens, did they? They kept the fundamental aspects of the show exactly the same. And I'm sure, and for all those people saying that just because it's been off the air a while means they can't bring it back the way it was. Well, apart from changing the animation style and stuff like that, I doubt that can be true. I really doubt that. I kind of don't agree with you on that opinion. I mean, all you people have been still campaigning to this day for the return of Firefly. Would you be happy if it came back as a sitcom like Big Bang Theory, but it's still Firefly, so it must be good? You can. I hope you can see my point there. Yes, I'm not going to say the old Teen Titans show wasn't a comedy, because it was. There was a lot of comedic aspects to it, but it wasn't the main focus. It was more like the fourth or the fifth focus. It was the storytelling, the characters, the development, action scenes, and then the comedy. It wasn't the main aspect of the show. What else? Oh yes, the new interview that the new showrunners did at WonderCon recently, which kind of again made me quite annoyed with one of the show producers, and I'm quoting here, and this is basically when he was asked about Young Justice and Green Lantern and the reaction about those getting cancelled. He said, and I might be wrong here, but I don't remember exactly the quote, but he basically said, shows only seem to get popular once they've been cancelled. Now, I'm sorry, I don't want to be like swearing and cussing and basically insulting other people, but that is an incredibly douchey kind of comment to say, really. Saying that a show only gets popular because it's been cancelled, you're basically going to people and saying, hey, Symbiotic Titan, Young Justice, Green Lantern fans, those shows, you never really like them. You're only saying that you want them back because they've been cancelled now. That's all. You're not really fans of the show. You're just saying you're just hurt because the show's been cancelled. You don't really like the show. You're just trying to jump on some kind of bandwagon. That's not going to get people on your side. It's not going to get people to agree with you and say, yeah, well, it's not going to get people to actually agree with you and say, yeah, okay, he's got a point there. I think I will watch the show open-mindedly. You honestly can't say something like that and expect people to just laugh it off as some kind of joke, because that's not a world we live in anymore. You can't say everything now and expecting people to just take it as a joke, because it's not going to go that way. Sorry, got a bit of a problem at the moment, but that's. But you can't say stuff like that and expect people to just laugh it off. What else has other people been saying? Oh yes, the people saying, well, it must be popular because it's got the fan page has got over 200,000 likes. Yeah, here's something I found out though. It got over 2,000. It got to over 2,400 likes in the first hour of it being posted on Facebook. That is more than Mass Effect 3, Forza Horizon, and Halo 4 got in their first day of being up on Facebook. It took Rooster Teeth, the machinery company, 10 years to get to 1 million likes. So, and actually, if you know, the page has been up for about 3 weeks now, 2 or 3 weeks, and the like bar has, and it's the number of likes it's got has only grown by 760 to be precise. So for this to be a sudden shot in likeness now to just grind to a sudden halt does spark a bit suspicious. And if you actually look at all the posts, some of them are only getting like 400 or 600 likes. And if you work that out, that is less than 1% of the people who like this page are actually liking the other stuff you are talking about. That is less than 1%. And look at the most recent post where you've got an image saying how it's going to premiere on Tuesday. It's only got 663 likes. That is way less than 1% of people who like your page. So that it just strikes me as very suspicious. And looking at the Facebook page, all your comments, if you haven't noticed, are just nothing but hate. You are getting nothing but how much people don't want this, how much they're disappointed, how much they're angry with you. Now, I'm not condoning these comments that have been basically calling you, being quite abusive. Actually, I don't condone people who comment like that, saying, and I don't and any of you people who have been going to any of the people involved in the show and bad mouthing them, abusing them, basically. You shouldn't be doing that. That's not going to get us hurt. That's not going to get our point heard. That we want the old show back. If they just think we're going to be we're just some 12-year-old little trolls on YouTube that don't know what they're saying. They're just putting hateful comments for the sake of being hateful. That's not going to get people on our side. We have to do stuff. We have to be calm. We have to actually voice our opinion responsibly, maturely. And that's the best way we can get heard. And if you actually want to get heard, then email Cartoon Network. You can contact them on their website. On the topic of Teen Titans. If we get enough people to comment on about this, maybe they'll listen. I mean, if you actually read the new recent IGN article about the cast and crew talking about Teen Titans Go, which, by the way, is a pretty depressing read, actually, because the main focus of what I'm getting from this text is the showrunners and some of the cast members basically going, please stop hating us, watch the show, please like our show. They're basically pleading with us for the hate to stop. Which, again, we can't just be hateful to this show. I mean, it looks terrible, and if it is good when it airs, then fine. But it's not going to be what we wanted. It's not going to be why we watched the original 1-minute shorts on DC Nation. It's not the reason why we did all these petitions. That's not the reason why we all asked for Teen Titans Go, is for it to just be an old comedy version. We wanted the old show back. That's all. You could have made a bit of a gamble with this, and it could have paid off really well. Because I know people would be less upset with you cancelling Young Justice if you just brought back Teen Titans the way it left off. You know, same art style, same story, same themes, all that sort of stuff. Treating your audience of kids and young teens like they have some form of intelligence. The new Teen Titans show doesn't look like it treats us with any sort of intelligence at all. It looks kind of insulting, really. It looks insulting to your kids' intelligence and to our intelligence, to fans of the show's intelligence. And if we're going to have to do this, if we're going to get heard, we have to be more mature with how we're responding to this. And that's what I say. And like I said at the start, I'm going to watch this show. I'm going to watch the show. I have to watch the show. Said I'm going to watch every single episode and review every single episode. So that's going to be an interesting time for me. But anyway, I am going to watch. I'm going to watch Teen Titans Go tomorrow. And if it's good, if by some miracle the writing makes this show one of the funniest shows on the TV, like funnier than Adventure Time, funnier than regular show, funnier than all that, then I will gladly put my hands up in the on the air, but say I was wrong. That I was wrong to be to saying this show is going to suck, because it would be if it is a good show, then I will say it's a good show. But you can forgive me for having my really low expectations at the moment. And also well, I was going to say something else. And like I said, but even if the show is good, it's not going to be what we wanted. It's not going to be the show we asked for all these years. That's what hurts us the most. Is that you kind of basically did a cheap cash in and didn't try, because we wanted you to try when you brought back Teen Titans, and it looks like you haven't. That's why we're annoyed. Not because, well, partly because you cancelled Young Justice, but also because it looks like you're basically playing with us. Like you say, oh, you'll just watch anything with Teen Titans' name on, so we'll just give you this. And that's not right. So, it's been fairly long audio. Sorry about this being all audio. Just having problems with my camera, so I'm stuck with audio at the moment. And hopefully you can understand this well. But I'm basically finishing this off by saying I'm going to be watching Teen Titans Go, and if it's good, I will tell you, but you'll forgive me for having my expectations really low. I'm Alex the Hunted, and I will say give Teen Titans Go a chance, but don't expect it to be, well, don't be surprised when again a lot more hate comes after it's been premiered. Bye.